Hey everybody, it's Catherine. Welcome back to my channel. Let me simplify this for you. If you are in a manifesting slump, let me very quickly simplify this for you so that you can get back to being 100% the creator of your reality and without interference and with a lot less confusion and overwhelm. So let's do it. Two things that no matter what, and there's a lot of practices out there, there's so many tactics, there's so many different practices and exercises for manifesting, but none of them will really work unless you do these two things. I'm going to tell you exactly what they are. Number one, you must visualize. You have to have clarity. You have to have absolute clarity on what it is that you want, because you need to be able to create a vision of it in your imagination. You need to create an imaginal act of you being this version of yourself, either being or doing or having what is your most desired, preferred reality. And you have to feel it so intensely. The feeling is the seed. The feeling is the key. You have to feel it so intensely that it crowds out all other ideas of you in your brain, in your imagination, because whatever is the most dominant picture of you in your mind, that's going to win out in what is outpictured in your reality. Because there can be no outpictured reality, there can be no projection or reflection of an outer state unless it's matching what's already inside. So if you are visualizing before you go to bed at night, when you're in that drift place between, being conscious, holding on to your desire, and then falling asleep, if you can powerfully impress an image upon the subconscious mind right before the consciousness lets go and you go into sleep, where the subconscious is the most active, whatever you're taking into that state is the most impressionable, it's the most susceptible and the most suggestible to your subconscious self. And we know that 90 to 95% of your operating reality is dictated by whatever is impressed the most strongly on the subconscious. So you have to be able to have clarity so that you can visualize an imaginal scene where you are being, doing, having what you want, and it has to be felt so intensely that it crowds out all other ideas of you in your brain. Okay. Number two. So know that every time you do this, when you come up with an idea of you, a desired, preferred reality of you, every single time, and I've talked about this in other videos, every single time you do that and you have that clarity and you move towards, you reach towards that new preferred state that you desire above all else, you will encounter every single time everything that you've placed between you, the current or old version of you, and the new version of you that's preferred every single time. So if you understand that you don't have to do endless belief clearing processes, and in fact, please don't, because it's a waste of your time, your energy, and a waste of paper. So I have another video about that too. If you want me to tag any of these for you, let me know in the comments. So this version of you that you're reaching for, this new ideal that you're envisioning, every time you move towards more of that, everything that you've placed in front of that, between you and that over a lifetime, is bound to come up. You're going to hit right against that every single time. Don't let that discourage you. That's just showing you very clearly what is in the way, what is creating these filters of your reality, because if they weren't there, you'd already be this version of you. So don't do a long list of belief clearings and stuff like that. The quickest and easiest way to do that is to clear what concretizes those beliefs. And what concretizes those beliefs are anger, fear, and sadness. The big three, I call them. They are there for a reason. They are representing a part of you that is perceiving reality in error. When you are entrenched in and entombed by anger, fear, and sadness in your life, and you think that is running the show of you, these are false impressions. These are misperceptions. These are misunderstandings. These are significant of and symbolic of moments in your life where these feelings came in and it allowed you to perceive yourself and perceive reality in error, because reality is just a projection of your inner state. So if you're holding these feelings of anger, fear, and sadness very strongly, very intensely, then they are concretizing beliefs of the false small self. In other words, the you that doesn't really exist. The you that, yeah, maybe has been really good at getting you to this point, helping you survive, helping you get through painful and maybe even traumatic circumstances. The you that's really good at helping you to cope or manage life, but it's not the same you that helps you live your best life. That's the idealized, the desired version of you. And it is actually, if you ask me, your duty and your responsibility to show up as this version of you in the world. Because not only do you do yourself the most service, showing up as this most desired ideal of you, everyone around you benefits. Think of it this way. When you are a living showcase, an example of prosperity, your prosperity prospers others. Why? Because people can see that what you're doing is possible for them. That's powerful. That's the highest exercise of your power as a creator being. Not only that, but you get to live a life that you actually want. You get to live a life that you prefer and you desire. So, like I said, there's lots of manifesting tactics and practices and exercises. Don't get overwhelmed by all of those, because here's the thing. They all work. They do. However, the only way to ensure that they work is to do the two things that I'm telling you here. And this is what I help you do in Unity School. That's what Unity School, my online membership community that's on the school community, that's what we are all about. This is about manifesting your reality through the unity consciousness paradigm. In other words, if you understand that everything and everyone is just you under different circumstances, if you understand that not only are you of the one consciousness, you are the one consciousness. There is one reality, and it is consciousness, and you are that. And whatever you are powerfully impressing upon your subconscious, that will reflect as your witnessed, observable, objective outer reality. There's no other way, folks. So I'm going to just reiterate real quick and sum up two things. Visualize powerfully. You have to have clarity in order to do this. Visualize powerfully with a lot of clarity what it is you actually want. If it's a way of being, if it's something you want to have, if it's something you want to be doing, maybe a new skill set you want to possess, you have to be able to see yourself doing it. It doesn't have to be a long, drawn out visual scene. If you can get to the feeling of what it is like to feel yourself in the end result or the outcome of this way of being, that's all you need. And to be able to hold and resonate in that feeling for just a minute or so, really. But it's about feeling it, because feeling is the seed, and the feeling must be felt so intensely that it crowds out all other ideas of you in your consciousness, in your inner state. Second thing, know that every single time when you reach for this new version of you and you start imagining yourself and feeling into this version of you, every single time, it doesn't matter what you're working on. And I've worked with people in all areas, with their businesses, with their relationships, with their money problems, their finance problems, their addiction. It's the same every single time. When you are reaching for something new, every single thing that you have placed as far as a belief, a feeling in between you and that, it will come up. And it's not about doing a long list of belief clearings in order to remove those filters. It is about feeling the feelings that are behind, that are underneath, that are underpinning those beliefs. And until you do that, you remain in a carousel loop. Until you do that, none of these manifesting practices will work as they're intended. And many of them do. I've only seen a few that really don't work or full of shit, but a lot of them really do work. So if you've got questions about this, let me know down below. Unity School is the place where we work on this. If you need help, your manifesting mojo is in the shitter. You are absolutely in a slump. You're overwhelmed and maybe a little discouraged by some of the manifesting practices out there, and you're getting a lot of confusing or conflicting information. I highly recommend you get into Unity School. So this is where you get to work on this, and you get the support and the guidance and the help, and you get to ask questions. We do Q&As every month. We have calls every week. I'm helping you to work on this in here and become the manifesting master that you're meant to be. and feel all the power you're meant to feel as the creator of your reality 100%. So thanks for watching, everybody. And if you like this content, I would really love if you'd subscribe to this channel and drop me a comment below about what really resonated for you in this call today. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.